LinkedIn, or YouTube narration. The real reason I became an extreme minimalist, not what you think. Introduction. Most people assume extreme minimalism is about aesthetics: white rooms, clean desks, Instagram perfection. That's not why I became an extreme minimalist. I didn't wake up one day and decide to own less because it looked cool. I did it because my life was quietly slipping out of my control. This article explains the real reason I chose extreme minimalism and why it had nothing to do with design, trends, or self help hype. I was drowning, not living. From the outside, everything looked normal. I had clothes, I had devices, I had routines, I had distractions. But internally, my mind was noisy, my focus was broken, my energy was scattered, my goals were blurry. Nothing was wrong. And that was the problem. I was busy surviving instead of intentionally living. Number two, the problem wasn't lack, it was excess. I believed I needed more tools to be productive, more purchases to feel motivated, more options to feel free. But the truth was brutal. Excess was stealing my clarity. Too many choices created hesitation. Too many possessions created responsibility. Too many inputs created mental fatigue. Minimalism wasn't about subtraction, it was about relief. 3. I realized most of my life was noise. Noise isn't just sound. Noise is unnecessary conversations, unused subscriptions, random notifications, meaningless consumption. My days were full, but my direction was empty. Extreme minimalism became a way to mute the noise so I could finally hear myself think. 4. I was buying comfort to avoid discomfort. This was the hardest truth to face. I wasn't buying things because I needed them. I was buying them to avoid feeling uncomfortable. Bored? Buy something. Tired? Scroll. Lost? Distract yourself. Extreme minimalism removed the escape routes, and when the distractions disappeared, I was forced to confront my life honestly. Number 5, minimalism exposed my weaknesses. With fewer possessions, there was nothing to hide behind, no excitement to numb dissatisfaction, no clutter to delay decisions. I had to face my discipline, my habits, my priorities. Minimalism didn't fix me, it exposed me, and that exposure was necessary. Number 6, I wanted control, not motivation. Motivation is unstable, control is permanent. Extreme minimalism gave me control over my time, control over my spending, control over my attention. When you own less, you decide faster, you move lighter, you recover quicker. Control replaced chaos. 7, my identity was tied to consumption. Without realizing it, I was using consumption as identity. What I owned said who I was, what I bought defined my progress, what I upgraded proved my worth. Extreme minimalism broke that illusion. When I removed the objects, I was forced to ask, who am I without my things? That question changed everything. Nabister 8. I didn't want a comfortable life. I wanted a strong one. Comfort weakens when it's excessive. Extreme minimalism introduced friction. Fewer tools, fewer shortcuts, fewer conveniences. That friction built strength. Mental toughness, financial discipline, emotional stability. Strength created confidence, confidence created peace. Sharnar 9. I stopped chasing more and started protecting enough. Modern culture worships more income, more upgrades, more stimulation. Extreme minimalism taught me a dangerous idea. Enough is powerful. When you know what's enough, you stop comparing, you stop rushing, you stop fearing loss. Peace enters quietly. 10. The real reason. I wanted my life back, not my stuff, not my comfort, not my image, my life. Extreme minimalism gave me back my attention, my time, my mental space, my direction. It didn't make my life smaller. It removed what was suffocating it. Conclusion. I didn't become an extreme minimalist to look disciplined. I became one because I was tired of being distracted, scattered, and owned. The real reason wasn't simplicity. The real reason was freedom through subtraction. When you remove what doesn't matter, focus sharpens, fear weakens, life becomes intentional. And that's when everything finally starts to work.